Alright, we are back and we are doing the Jacob loyalty mission. So let's pick the squad mate that we wanna take with us. And I'm gonna take Miranda. Miranda with me. Alright, so yeah, Miranda, let's give 1 point more points to Slam, since we have already committed to that. And everybody else are okay. Well, I guess the barrier... But I will get a free barrier point basically. I only need 1 point in barrier. I was gonna say that barrier is useful in one thing, is that you can use it to heal Jacob instantly. But since once I complete this mission I get a free barrier point, so I don't actually have to spend any barrier points myself, so I can actually maximize incendiary ammo with this guy without worrying about barrier. That's good. So let's see what this distress call was about. And basically the backstory here is, if you don't remember, when Jacob asked us to search this planet, is that Jacob's father is presumably dead, and he's been dead for 10 years. But for some reason, the ship that Jacob's father was in sent a distress signal after 10 years of the ship being gone. So Jacob was pretty suspicious about that, and now he wants to check it out, even though we all know probably that it's nothing.
There it is, and mostly intact.
But maybe there are survivors, that maybe some of the survivors have been on this planet for 10 years and now they got the distress beacon working or something like that. So Jacob is here hoping to find his father.
Along with this anymore. We've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
Alright. So, looks like there's been some violence going on. Bruises show. Let's check this out. Rape, 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 rape. At least that's what it sounded like. Maybe we can shed some light on what's going on here once we get a little farther up the shore. What's this log?
Expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him.
So I guess that Captain Fairchild was obviously the captain of the ship, and he died. He died somehow, and now the new captain who was supposed to step up hasn't been able to keep the crew in line, so I guess that's why the beatings are there, for discipline.
What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember her face. We need to get out, so I can remember, can think straight. They have to hurry.
And some of the crew members seems to be losing their mind or memory. And they have to hurry. Hurry doing what? So they've obviously been doing something in here. Let's ask the distress beacon that was activated.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by acting captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Alright, so looks like Jacob's father was actually promoted as the captain. So looks like he is responsible for the disciplinary beatings.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
Why are you comparing the crash to theoretical speeds?
The Hugo Gernsback was constructed off-world. It is not rated for suborbital descent, and doing so exceeded operational parameters.
Who's in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in-field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours. Following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback, activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
So the beacon has been working for a long time. Year after the crash. And suddenly they decided to activate it now. Why?
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant.
That explains the
within a
memory
standard
loss.
month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was
They've
not
been
completed.
eating the local
Come on.
local
let's get going.
plants here.
My father had a working beacon but didn't signal for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
Avoiding it for a decade seems unlikely.
So yeah, that's the reason for the memory loss. Let's find this Ronald Taylor. Maybe he's still alive. Somebody did have to activate the beacon after all.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them. So they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will...
Watch out!
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
Watch out!
So looks like these are the crew members of the crashed ship, most likely. And looks like they've become feral. Lost their mind. Maybe we can find out why. I'm guessing that it is the food that they've been eating here, the local plants and whatnot, that causes the neural decay. That may have caused this feral behavior. The memory loss and maybe the longer term effects are is this feral behavior, I don't know. God damn it, I'm dying here. These guys have SMGs, so they are really really annoying. Shred my shields pretty fast. Maybe I can get 2 targets down. No, only 1. Alright. There's 3 more enemies. Both my squad mates are dead, so that's not really a surprise. 1 more. He's behind that little box over there. Boo.
That wasn't neural decay. They were feral.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
Oh, that was a neural decay. So, it's not the plants? Wait, what's in here? I saw something, yeah.
Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure. Is that a settlement? They'd better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
Alright. Survivors from the Gernsback, I guess. And their encampment.
They're clearly docile, but in the same uniform remnants as those who attacked us.
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently. Makes males get violent?
Makes sense.
Possibly. But the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
You certainly seem to have a way with words.
You heard her. I have his face. My father forced the crew to eat toxic food. What the hell?
So looks like, yeah.
Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough. What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
Indeed, why they would build something like this?
Your captain demands obedience.
Oh. Who are you guys? Mechs.
Gravity's one needy brother, huh?
Boom, 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 boom. Nice.
Patrol.
Oh, there's the doctor.
Here, you could end it. You have his face, but you fight his machines. You might stop this. This, I forget how to read, but this was the start. What he promised, and what they did to us. We need the sky. Take us back to the sky.
Think on your own time. What's in there?
It's a crew logbook. Some of them thought the beacon repair was taking too long. They were afraid they'd run out of supplies and lose their minds to the decay. My father restricted the ship food for himself and the other officers so they wouldn't be affected. Everybody else had to eat the toxic food and hope for treatment later. The rest is
That
a
sucks.
casualty list. A few mutinied over the decision. My father and his officers turned the mechs on them.
So everybody who disagreed with the decision was killed.
It wasn't command material and it got to him. Couldn't keep the crew in line without violence.
It didn't stop there. More incidents, harsh punishments. It's like they're cattle or toys. In a year, all the male crew members are flagged as exiled or dead. They separated out the women, assigned them to officers like pets. And after the beacon is fixed, the officers appear in the casualties too. After. My father took control and didn't stop it.
So I guess what happened?
We haven't seen any other officers.
Yeah, he killed them.
He killed them?
There were 5 after the crash. Medical, engineering, bridge staff. Should have had no problem fixing the beacon and keeping people safe. All killed within the same week. About a month after the beacon was repaired.
Does it say why he separated the men and the women? Or is it as bad as it seems?
No, it turns to gibberish. Maybe the men got violent early on, but from the state of this place, I'd say the Hunter thing is recent. What he allowed here, Shepard, I don't see any justification.
Sounds to me that they separated the women just so the officers could have fun with them, because they were affected by the neural decay.
Anything in there
And
about
the women were pretty delirious, so they were
Everyone gets it. Who's left to fix the beacon?
easy prey.
But they did fix it. And the signal wasn't sent until now. I'm starting to see why.
Do you see an explanation for this? He's your father.
Is he? None of this fits. Maybe the initial decision, but the rest? Abuse of power doesn't get any clearer than this. I need to find this man.
Alright, so basically what has happened here is that they fixed the beacon, and I guess they were supposed to activate it, but looks like Captain Ronald Taylor didn't want to. I guess they realized that, hey, life is good here, we have so many women that don't know any better because of neural decay. We have all the food and supplies. Let's just hang in here. Do what we please. Have his own personal harem. And for some reason now he has decided to activate the beacon.
God damn it, it's really him. Just got free, he's covering his ass.
The old corpse has been posed, like a warning. The new ones were left where they fell.
The hunters started fighting back.
So I guess the reason... Looks like Captain Ronald Taylor has had enough of the hunters and them hunters, so he kinda wants to get out of this place. And that's why he activated the beacon, because I think he's had enough of this little game. Motherfucker. Yeah. Just like I expected.
Impact event.
Whoa, where did... Alma. They went through the wall. Hopefully it doesn't bug out the game, because that would suck. Come on. Running low on HP here. Oh, that was funny.
Incoming.
Ouch. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, there's a mech over there. Oh, Jacob died. That sucks. I kinda wanted Jacob to be alive because I could use his pull. Slam you. Boom, 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 boom. Spray and pray.
Hostile forces have engaged.
Nice. Just run out of bullets.
He had his fun, and now he wants out. Son.
Exactly. He's been having fun for 10 years here and now he's had enough. Because of the hunters. The male crew members turned violent on him. And looks like... yeah. Shouldn't be far now. Maybe you should switch guns, Jacob, because that's not gonna help you, the shotgun, over long range. Nice.
Throwing people away. This thing is not my father.
Huh. Alright, he's got some brainwashed guards. Men who are not violent, but trained. I guess they were violent, but he trained them to be obedient, just like dogs. Son of a bitch. Ouch. Oh fuck, Miranda's dead. Why can't that piece of shit survive? Survive a bit longer, you know. There's a heavy mech here as well, that's bad. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. I'm gonna... oh, Miranda's alive. How? I didn't resurrect her. Alright, now the mech is the only one left. Crap. Warp. Oh, I don't have warp ready. Now I have this ready.
I got it.
Nice.
Clear the blast zone!
Enough with the toys. I need to look my father in the eye and hear him justify this.
Yes, let's find your father, Jacob. And there he is. Ronald Taylor.
You're here. I knew a real squad would blow through just fine. Sorry if the mech scuffed your pads. I'll get you something nice when we get back to Alliance base. I've gotta have some back pay coming.
What about your crew, acting captain?
Total loss. The toxic food turned them wild. They propped me up here in some kind of ritual behavior. Waiting for a chance to signal has been hell.
Son of a bitch.
You let all your people talk back like that? Who are you exactly?
Commander Shepard of the Normandy. I believe you're acquainted with Mr. Taylor.
Taylor? Jacob? No. Not Jacob.
Why not me? Would 10 years of this look better to anyone else in the galaxy?
You have to understand, this isn't me. The realities of command, they change you. I wasn't ready for that. I made sure you were taught right. Before I left, I hoped to leave it at that.
I don't buy it.
I'm not biting, Captain. At some point, you chose to do this to your crew. You.
What was that moment? I want to know that there was an actual reason.
Uh-oh.
There was resistance to the plan.
The hunters.
Mutiny. We had to take a hard line to keep order. And things settled down. As the decay set in, we made sure the crew were comfortable. Some even seemed happier. Ignorance is bliss, right? and they were grateful for guidance, like an instinct. Pure authority was easy at first. Months in, the effect lowered inhibitions. They got territorial. Rank, protocol, they couldn't understand. We had to establish dominance. After a while, the perks seemed normal.
That's it? You created a harem and played king? 10 years in a juvenile fantasy?
I can't point to where it all went wrong. But when the beacon was ready, revealing what happened didn't seem like a good idea.
What happened to the other officers?
Anders found his conscience a little late to step back. He had an accident. Things got tense. End of the day, I was the one with the mechs. I got a little basic in setting examples. But I was kind to my people once things settled down. Seemed like I'd earned some peace.
You fought over people like they were toys. Things.
Yeah, the officers didn't care about leaving the planet. They just wanted to play their little fantasy here. And once some people were having regrets, they were killed.
The stores from the ship couldn't last forever. You had to know this would end one day.
Dining for one can really stretch things out.
Son of a
Besides,
bitch.
I can think of a lot worse retirement plans than stripping down and joining the Droolers. That was before the Hunters, of course. Dumb or not, I'd feel it if they got their hands on me now. They want blood. I'd prefer to keep it.
It's all about you. Everything.
What triggered the males to change and threaten you?
This planet has some strange cycles to it. I've seen some plants around I never saw before. Odd weather. Maybe some just adapted a little too well.
And if you treat them like animals, big shock. They become animals.
You didn't feel any responsibility to get out of here for the sake of family?
I gave him a good start. He was a smart kid and was better off not following me. We figured that out a long time before I took jobs in deep space. And after things escalated here, it seemed best to just disappear off the galactic map.
Till you needed someone to save your ass.
We can help these people. Cerberus can have ships here in days and pull everyone out.
He's not worth the fuel to haul him out or the air he's breathing. He's damn lucky I don't think he's even worth pulling the trigger. I don't know who you are, because you're not any father I remember.
Basically what we can do here, we can take him in custody and he's gonna be jailed, go to prison. Or we can leave him here and the Hunters will have his way with him. Or we can shoot him.
We'll secure him for an Alliance court. For every year here, he'll have 10 to think about it.
Give him all the time in the galaxy. The man who did this doesn't know right from wrong.
I'm sorry, Jacob. I did the best I could.
I'm 10 years past believing that.
Well, if you shoot the I'd shoot him option, and Jacob doesn't really shoot him, Jacob gives his gun to Ronald Taylor and Ronald Taylor kills himself. That's what happens. And the other option was just to leave him there. To be shredded by the Hunters. We decided to take him in custody, doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what you pick. I decided to take him in custody because that awards me with Paragon points.
Alliance ships are inbound to secure Captain Taylor and his crew, Commander. We'll be long gone by the time they get here.
They get as much as a glimpse, and you're restricted to decaf.
Great, may as well serve it in the airlock, you hard-ass.
What do you mean it wasn't you?
Jacob, if I had leaked the information about the Gernsback, I would be smiling at your resolution of the situation. I am not smiling.
Really? Because given the result, it feels like something you'd have your hands in.
You know very little about me, Shepard. Don't presume to understand my intentions. Cerberus is ultimately about humanity. My people are valuable to me.
Fine, you didn't forward it. So who did?
I did.
Was this supposed to be a favor, Or did you just want to see him squirm?
What he did with it was his own business. There was a time when it mattered to you. Sending this along seemed like keeping an old promise. I keep my promises.
Miranda, we'll discuss your liberal interpretation of security protocol in private. Shepard, Jacob.
So looks like Miranda was the person responsible for sending the information about Gernsback to Jacob.
You had no idea Miranda was behind this?
No, she's got a good memory. Selective, but good. I haven't thought about those days in a long time. Can't figure which promise she meant, though. Not sure I really want to know. She requires a better man than I.
You good with this, Jacob?
It's all bull, Shepard. Captain Taylor can rot in prison. Doesn't change who I am or what I know. I've already mourned the man he used to be. I guess he was a good enough father that even he can't screw up what he taught me.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Aye, Commander. Shepard, thanks for the help.
Let's not make a habit of it.
Nice, we got a nice amount of renegade points from that. Let's see how the... Yeah, we've actually been... We are getting away with the Paragon points. We could use some more renegade points, but... Yeah. Getting up there. And before I actually end the video, I'm gonna go chat with Jacob, because since we completed his loyalty mission, we're gonna have some additional dialogue with him.
Thanks for diverting to the Gernsback, Shepard. I appreciate being able to clean up that mess. And don't worry, it will not affect how I do my job. It's over.
I'm interested in getting to know you better.
Already?
Oh, never mind.
Forcing these talks, Shepard. Let's do this later.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
So looks like maybe he didn't have anything to say to me. Well, I guess. I guess I can't help with that. Alright, we don't have any more resources. Okay. Let's go check out our email and then well, let's talk to Joker first and then I'll check the email and then I'll end the video. And then I'll go do some resource gathering off screen. To upgrade my gear.
That stuff with Jacob's dad, it's bullshit, right? Because it looked like bullshit to me.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Yeah, like I've said many times before, after every loyalty mission and every dossier mission, Joker has something to say or comment about that mission, so it's wise to talk to him. Kelly has nothing to say, so
Commander, you've received a new
check the messages.
at your private terminal.
Blue Sun's activity traced, so this gives us the mission to get rid of Captain Voorhees, the Blue Sun's mercenary captain. So, alright, so I'm gonna save right here and see you next time with more Mass Effect 2.